Hello people, it's your boy Usman back again with another video, and as you can see from the bloody title, that man Victor Lindelof has signed for Manchester United. I'm believing the sum is for roughly 30 million, and we're looking at a bit of a bonus of 10 million if he obviously performs to man's potential. Just want to say, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe because I'm going to make videos regularly throughout the summer to keep you updated with all things Manchester United. Drop a like, share, all that good stuff. But yeah, just coming back to Victor Lindelof, he has signed for Manchester United. I'm believing he is due for a medical in the coming days. Fingers crossed, obviously it goes smoothly now. I don't see why it wouldn't unless he gets injured on international duty. For those of you that do not know, he plays for Benfica. He's 22 years old, 6'2", Swedish international. I've already said in a couple of other videos, Zlatan seems to rate him massive. So if Zlatan's rating you, you know you must be good. But I'm not going to sit here and say to you I've seen a stupid amount of Lindelof play, because that would be me lying, unlike some of these other experts who claim that they be watching Lindelof week in, week out. But what I have seen from him, he looks like he's very good in the air. He's good with both feet, so very good on the ball. Something Smalling is definitely not. He does play on the left-sided defence, so it would be suitable for him to be pairing up with that man Bay. And also, he's quite quick, actually, to be fair to him. So, from what I have seen, he has got a lot of potential. However, what I will say is, there are massive areas of improvement, as you would imagine. He's only a 22-year-old lad. You've seen what Jose has done with the other centre-backs at United. Rojo, for me personally, if you were to ask me this time last season, I would have said get him on the first flipping plane back to Argentina. Jones, get rid of him, and obviously Bay's been a fantastic signing. Obviously, Jose's worked with all three of them in particular and improved them massively, so I'm very confident with Jose in any signings he makes, especially in the defensive department, because that is his flipping bread and butter. So I'm very confident with this signing. I've seen a lot of people on social media who don't seem as excited. It's kind of understandable, because obviously you probably like myself, I haven't seen much of him. However, from what I will say is Jose's strike rate with defenders has been second to none. So in that sense, I'm very, very pleased with the signing. Come on, Lindelof, welcome to United. Moving on to the CDM position, a couple of players have been linked with United, but that man Fabinho looks like he's going to sign for United in the coming days. Don't really know exactly what the situation is and why there's been a bit of a hold up, but what I've heard, a lot of sort of rumours going about saying is very close to agreements. Fabinho's actually also said in an interview that he's wanting to come to Man United, or he's interested and has been interested to play for Man United. I don't know if he's a fan or not, but this was like a year ago. He was saying something along the lines of, hopefully if he can play well for Monaco, he would potentially force a move to Manchester United. So that's always a good sign. All the CDMs such as Sanchez and Bakayoko haven't been linked as much. It looks like Fabinho is the man that Jose's gone for, and like I said in my previous video, I would be happy with any of the three. Obviously Nainggolan was my personal pick, but Fabinho is a quality acquisition, you know what I mean, the flipping quality signing in the CDM role. We definitely need a CDM. So that's two of the players. Fabinho is not obviously confirmed. However, if it was to be confirmed, that would be two really good signings. Moving on to left wing position, again I would say Douglas Costa. However, it looks like we're going to get that man Perisic. I have said in some of our previous videos, Perisic offers us something completely different to what we've already got. Gives us a different dimension of football. It gives us an opportunity to play 3-5-2 or 3-4-3, whichever Jose would prefer. He's a very hard-working left winger. We know Jose likes his hard workers. He's an upgraded version of Lingard, very quick on the ball. It looks like, again, we have agreed terms with him. Well, personal term that is, it's just a fee with Inter Milan. They're just wanting a stupid, figure for someone of his age. They're looking at a 52 mark. I don't think Man United are wanting to go past 45 million. In my opinion, 45 million is more than enough for somebody of his age and his ability. I'm not going to say he's an absolute phenomenal player. However, a balance of team, he would definitely provide us that. Something similar to what Chelsea done with Alonso and Moses. You won't say they're Galactico signings or fantastic signings, on paper. However, they gave that perfect balance to Chelsea, and obviously they were able to utilise them in that formation. They were absolutely phenomenal throughout the season. Obviously, I'm not going to say Perisic is going to have the same impact as Alonso or Moses, but what I'm trying to say is you don't necessarily need the big names. Sometimes you just need those players that will do the job, similar to what Park Ji-sung used to do. He was a very underrated player, and I think Perisic is someone who falls under that category of someone who's a hard worker, and he's underrated and underappreciated, in my personal and humble opinion. Moving on to the last position that I said we definitely need, obviously we'll go into the bonus position. last position we definitely need is a striker position. We've been linked with so many mans. You know, a lot of rumours linking us with Belotti and Moratta, believe it or not. It looks like we want to sign both of them, which I would be absolutely ecstatic with. Yeah, just before obviously going to the striker department, I can't not mention it. That man Zlatan Ibrahimovic was released on the Friday. I personally was absolutely gutted, not because I felt like he had to stay or we should have kept him. I was just gutted because I love Zlatan, you know, regardless of what he's done for Man United, you know, throughout his career I followed him, you know, from his early days, you know, just, what a guy, man. I just loved him, especially on FIFA as I've been terrorizing people Zlatan since day one. But no, seriously, he's an absolute legend off the game. I'm absolutely gutted that he's gone out on the way he's gone out. He definitely didn't deserve to be getting injured and obviously being released. He's an absolute legend off the game. What he's done for United as well, in particular, just his charismatic personality. I just love him so much. He's an absolute phenomenal talent throughout his career. But most importantly, it's going to be a massive loss in the dressing room. You know, I said we need leaders. The only other leaders we really realistically have gotten out is Rooney and Carrick. And for me personally, I don't want Rooney at the club. But obviously, I will leave that for another video. But yeah, it's a massive loss, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch. Most importantly, you see what Rashford have said about Zlatan and what he's done for them off the pitch. And, you know, he said the sort of things I've learned from Zlatan are priceless and I will carry them throughout my career. So obviously, he's had a massive impact on the youngsters in particular. What I will say about the Zlatan situation is, it looks like he might have signed for LA Galaxy. There's a lot of rumours coming out saying that LA Galaxy are interested in signing him. You know, prior to that, the release sort of agreement from what I've gathered is that we released Zlatan. You know, he will still be continuing his recovery with Man United and potentially might actually sign back for Man United. Obviously, given how his recovery was to go, you know, in Zlatan, he would have recovered like an absolute flipping lion that he is, and we probably would have signed him back in January, which for me personally would have been absolutely fantastic, because that would have been the boost and sort of motivation that we would have needed at that point in the season. It would have galvanized the players to, look, you got Zlatan in January, that would have been fantastic. But it looks like he's going to LA Galaxy, and if that is the case, it's a massive loss for Man United, but a huge scalp for LA Galaxy, and obviously wish him well. Hopefully United fans also wish him well. I've seen a lot of people that don't seem to be asked about this, but me personally, I'm absolutely devastated. But moving on to the man that's going to replace him, like I said, it looks like we've pretty much signed Moratta. From what I'm hearing, I think it's Richard Keys, I think that's his name, who was saying it on Friday and Saturday massively that is pretty much agreed. It's just a matter of going through the sort of motions and obviously the little finer details, the medical and all those kind of stuff. So in the next coming week, we could potentially have signed flipping 4 players, which would absolutely be phenomenal business from Ed Woodward. But regarding the Moratta situation, like I've said on many occasions, he's a quality player. I would much prefer him over Lukaku, because obviously Belotti is a different kind of striker, so you can't really compare him in my personal opinion. He's more comparable to Aubameyang and obviously Lacazette, because they're similar style of sort of striker. Moratta will bring players into the game, and obviously he's very good in the air, 6'2". Man has been lethal for Juventus and Real Madrid through his illustrious career, and he's only 22, you know, so he's definitely an absolute, definitely a massive upgrade to what we already have, and I'm actually genuinely pleased that we are going to sign Moratta. But like I said, it's not fully confirmed yet. It looks like we're going to sign him in the next coming days, but we'll obviously report that when I hear a bit more about it, and obviously when it's official, because I don't want the same situation with Griezmann when I'm out here saying it's a done deal, and obviously I get pie on my face like every other United fan on channel has. Other person, Belotti. It looks like we're interested in signing Belotti and Moratta. The Belotti situation is a lot more difficult because he's got a release clause of 87 million. AC Milan are also interested in him. However, Torino want him to come to Man United because obviously the 87 million release clause, and they are not going to accept anything less than 87 million. By the sound of it, if it comes down to it, you know what I mean, just let AC Milan have him, because he's not worth 87 million. Don't be stupid and pay more than 50 million realistically. Yes, we've got stupid money, and we can obviously afford to splash out on any individual player, but I just think it's getting a bit ridiculous now. It's already bad enough that we're paying 70 million euros for Moratta, or you know, potentially 70 million euros for Moratta. Don't pay a stupid amount for Belotti, because it's just going to get ridiculous. But like I said, I'm more than happy to have them both, because obviously Zlatan's gone. hoping Rooney goes as well. So we need those strikers, and we need at least 40 more goals this season if we're going to challenge for the Premier League. We only got similar goals to Bournemouth, which is an absolute flipping joke. But yeah, so like I've said, just to quickly summarise what we've gone through, Lindelof has signed, so absolutely fantastic news for that. It looks like we're close to Fabinho, Perisic and Moratta. Obviously little minor things to be discussed with all the three individuals. However, with the Belotti situation, I think it's going to be a bit more difficult and it might take a bit longer to complete if it was to complete. But hopefully in the next coming week, we'll keep you updated. So by all means, subscribe, drop a like on the video if this is the kind of thing you enjoy. Feel free to share it on all my social media, all of that in the link in the description. Apart from that, I hope you've enjoyed the roundup. It's been your boy Usman. Take care, enjoy the rest of your week. I will be back very shortly. Come on, United!